Where do you start with Beethoven? I'm totally in awe of Beethoven, the way he can take the smallest little musical idea and make such a huge piece or mammoth work out of just these little germs of ideas. You have to have a sense of musical history when you approach any work, and I think that's true with Beethoven as well. You approach the early quartets as an extension of Haydn and Mozart, yet with a new voice and a new century, the 1800s. Once you approach the middle quartets, you have to have a much greater sense of virtuosity for all members of the group. They're rather objective pieces. They're more. They took the quartet into the symphonic scale of things. I think the first of the middle quartets is a bit like the Eroica Symphony is to the symphonies. It was so much bigger than any other piece that had been written before. So that was breaking new ground. And then in the last quartets, the late quartets, he was in another world completely. The late quartets are very subjective. They're looking inward and showing you glimpses of humanity and the human condition that you didn't believe were possible from just a string quartet. In different times of your life, you have different experiences. The more mature I get, the more I enjoy the late quartets. I'm not after all the fast runs and all the virtuosity of the middle quartets. I'm just astounded by the depth of the music in the late quartets.
Well, this Beethoven Opus 132 is one of the best pieces ever written, in my opinion. It's just, it's enormously wonderful to play, always overwhelming when you're playing it. In particular, this particular movement, the slow movement, which he wrote after he'd recovered from quite a bad illness. And so he was giving thanks to the deity, as he's put it, for his recovery. And the first time I played it, we were these four individuals within the ensemble. I didn't pay too much attention to studying Beethoven quartets or whatever at the time. So I didn't know it inside out or backwards or forwards even. So we learnt it, we played it, and I certainly was overcome by its beauty and by its form and things. But it's interesting how the piece grows with you, and every time I play it, I give thanks, because it's just beautiful, just so beautiful.